In this video, I will complete about the limit at infinity. Here we have a different two questions about the limit f of x when x approach to infinity. And the second one we have limit when x approach to minus infinity. The first one, when I say limit f of x when x approach to infinity, this is we'll use because we have a radical, we'll use the conjugate. Okay, the conjugate that we have it the same radical, but we change it. What is the sign here? Minus to positive or positive to minus. See here, I will write it for you. F of x approach to infinity. This is easy. We will not to change anything. We will use only the conjugate. The second part here, we have limit f of x when x approach to infinity. Also, we'll use the conjugate because we have a radical. But where is the difference? I change here plus to minus with the conjugate, and we will change each x to minus x. Why? See here we have x approach to minus infinity, that we will change it x to minus x. Here example 1, I will solve example 1 and we will see the difference. Limit x approach to infinity, radical 9x squared plus x minus 3x. Okay, the conjugate for this one, we must put it in brackets first. Don't forget it to put in brackets because we have two terms. Okay, in the second bracket we'll put it the same radical, but we change it minus to the plus, and we have 3x. We write it 3x. We have minus to the plus, and we'll keep it 3x the same. And pay attention here, when you use the conjugate, we must have the balance between numerator and denominator. It's not the same. Okay, we'll not put it in the numerator, then we'll not do it in the denominator. We must have a balance. Okay, now we multiply the first term with the first term. Remember, in the difference square, the middle part will cancel it because we have minus 3 plus 3, we have 0. Okay, here we have limit x approach to infinity. Here we have the denominator, we'll write it the same, don't change it. Okay, we have a radical 9x squared plus x plus 3x. Okay, now up we have 9x squared plus x minus, because minus with the plus minus. Then we multiply 3 times 3, we have 9 x with the x squared. Now here we will see the highest power, we'll divide the highest power. Okay, but before the highest we will simplify it because 9x with the minus 9x squared we have the same, we'll cancel it. We have 9 minus 9, 0. We have divided by x squared, here x squared inside the radical, but outside the radical we have x. Remember in the previous video I explained this part more detail. X approach to infinity. Now x divided by x, what we have the answer? 1. Here we have radical, here this part 0. Remember we have also in the previous video 1 over x, limit 1 over x when x approach to infinity equals 0. Then we have 1 radical 9, 3. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Now in the second question we will do the same step, but what I will do it, I will substitute each x to minus x because we have x approach to minus infinity. Limit radical 4x squared plus 3x plus 2x over. Here we can say over 1, no problems. If I say 5 over 1, we have the same. Okay, we have here multiply with the conjugate. Remember, the radical the same, and here plus to minus, and we'll keep it because we don't have space here. I will not repeat it, but you understand that we have the same radical, 4x squared plus 3x. Now we will multiply it, the same things here. The first brackets with the first radical with the radical, we have 4x squared plus 3x, plus with the minus, we have a minus 4x squared. Then the numerator, we have the same 4x squared plus 3x minus 2x. Now you want to simplify before we will divide by highest power. Okay, 4x squared with the minus 4x squared. Now in this part we will change every x to minus x. Why minus x? Remember, because you have a minus infinity. This is the difference between the first equation and the second equation. Here minus infinity. Now we have 3 brackets minus x over radical 4. We write it each x, we have minus x squared plus 3 brackets minus x minus 2 brackets minus x. Remember, here we have here, if you have odd number, power is odd, we change it to they have minus. But if you have even, like this one, even, we change it minus to positive also in the video. In this slide, I rewrite again the same equation that I write in the end. We have a limit x minus x, we have a radical 4 minus x squared plus 3 minus x minus 2 minus x. Okay, now here we have odd power. When you have odd power, I put it minus. Here we have even power, we change minus to positive. Here positive with the negative, we have negative 3x minus with the minus. What is the answer? We have plus 2x. Now remember, in the previous video I explained for you, if you have a radical, for example x to the power 6, we say divided 6 divided by 2, we have 3, that we have x to the power 3. Now here we have inside the radical x squared, we divided by x squared, outside we'll divide it by x. After that we have minus 3, x divided by x, we have 1. Here we have radical 4 plus what? 2. Okay, now minus 3 over radical 4, 2 plus 2 equal 4. Okay, this is the last part for the limits of infinity.